Did you ever get in a fight in school?
Yeah. It was over the stupidest thing as well, man. Even though that's not a word, stupidest, I'm using it in this context. So this fella came up and I'm there counting me lunch money because I'm going to buy a hot chicken roll.
Oh, hot chicken rolls in Ireland.
Yeah.
You're just unbeatable. Was it a crispy baguette?
Yeah. But she used to buy them from Centra and then sell them for a couple of quid extra in school.
Genius.
Do you know? And she used to have the cans of Coke that said, do not sell separately.
Yeah.
Selling separately.
She was one of them.
Yeah. But she was dead right. So I was counting me money outside, right? And then this fella comes up and he slaps some money out of my hand and then just walks past me, fell in my ear. And then and I'm not a violent person, but I just seen the red fucking mist and I walk in, right? And I grab him like that and I bop him into the nose, like full on fucking forehead nose. Starts pumping blood. My ear head walks past, turns around to me and goes, "That was pretty close, Adam."
Close to what?
No, she was like, "That was pretty close, Adam. Stop messing." Do you know? She used to love me because she was my history and Irish teacher, and I was really good at history and Irish.
Yeah,
you know. And she was pretty close, Adam. You know, don't stop messing.
Blood pouring down your face,
pumping down his face.
Yeah. Well, his blood on your face.
Yeah, and then
pretty close, Adam.
Yeah.
I think I got it right in the fucking bullseye there.
It was actually, thank you. And then he went off, cleaned his nose, and then he came back towards the end of lunch and with like 4 of his buddies, and one of them clocked me into the face. And then we were both sat outside the fucking principal's office and shaking hands and everything was grand. Do you know what I mean? And there was another one as well. I got another fight in first year who's like my best friend now.
Yeah.
So, but don't even want to go into it. It was just, we were both being spaz. I was being the biggest spaz.
Yeah.
Oh, but like, so he's a Polish lad, but I was just there like, do you remember the Don Mio ads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The animation.
Today's the day.
Yeah, today's the day.
So I was like, today's the day I get to eat. But that's Italian.
Yeah.
You know? And he's Polish.
Yeah.
So then I said that to him, and then it was just like completely like miscued racism, do you know?
Yeah.
When you're 12
but it wound him
13.
up enough to...
Yeah, but now he's like my best mate. Like,
does he eat Dalmio? Does he eat
some... We all eat Dalmio, mate. It's like, fuck the Italians. That's an Irish fucking thing.
I like a bit of Dalmio.
Pizza, pasta. Do you know what I mean?
No, Italian food in Ireland is a batter burger, chips, and a battered cod.
Yeah.
And, that's Italian food for me.
200,000 chips with
200
grams of vinegar.
Drenched in vinegar. You
wrapped in the fucking Irish Independence.
The Irish Independence. The Irish Times when that was out. And you cover it in salt.
Yeah.
Then you get the vinegar and you fucking swim in vinegar. And then you get an extra layer.
You glue it together.
Oh no, I get an extra layer of salt on top of that. Because it sticks to the vinegar.
Yeah. And you obviously have to eat the newspaper as well.
Oh, yeah, you got to eat your words.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
if only they did.
If only they did. If only they did. I'd smash it. No, I was thinking because the story of your man trying to square it up to me, and then you asked me about my eye. When we were in school, there was a fellow in my class called, I think his name was Daniel O'Brien, or something like that. And he was the fastest kid in school, right? And his ma used to make him popcorn every morning for breakfast, and I love popcorn. I like what I just said there. I love salt. Right? Because my ma, she's a good cook now, but she was a shocking cook when we were kids, and we covered everything. Everything in salt. Right? Like me, my brother, and my sister. Long weird story. I'll tell us some other time. All ended up on the same Debs, right? And then every time the salt was somewhere, it was either with me or with my sister. We're so used to masking everything in salt. We have no taste buds left. Yeah. So Danny used to come in and he'd have a bag of popcorn, and I'd sit there like a fucking, like Ramsay does, like a dog, waiting for his leftovers. I fucking loved it. I loved licking a salty bag when he was done. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, can I have your salty bag? And then he's like, yeah, go ahead. I started licking the fucking crumbs.
No, the bottom of the popcorn bag, man. Yeah. I'm sucking the kernels, licking the bag, man.
Sucking them, and then the ones you can actually crunch, there's still a bit of crunch into it. The other ones you spit out clean. Because he was the food that they gave us in school was either a cheese and ham sandwich, which I've seen a spider on once, or currant buns. And I don't like currant buns. And no one else did, because the ceiling in school was full of currants. Did you have that? You just flick all the currants up and they stick on the ceiling?
No, we didn't have that, because we just had, you wanted to shop.
Oh, you had a shop? Yeah, we didn't have a shop. Yeah. You're sitting there trying to write your lines, or whatever it was, when lines were different. And then a fucking currant just scolds you. Knocks you out in the head. So we're sitting there, I'm licking a salty bag. And that was it. I was always there for that. And he was the fastest kid in school. And we were at the end of the playground on the lunch break, and the bell went. And he said, "I'll race you." right? And I goes, yeah. And he was going to beat me. He's the fastest kid.
Yeah.
But he tripped. And
He
tripped. No, yeah. Fuck you, Dan.
Yeah.
And he tripped, and he lost his feet, and then he came back up, and I won the race, and he was just behind me, right? And I was like, "Who's the fastest kid in school now, bitch?" Right? Like, I'm the fastest kid, and he got angry, and he couldn't handle it, and he hit me, and then I knocked him. I get my black eye. And then everyone came over and separated it. And then a shiner, and they were like, Macca, you have to get him some shiner, right? And fucking black eye. And he wouldn't let me lick a salty bag anymore. Bastard. I wish I never fucking hit him.
But that's it.
I love the salty bag. I should have let him, but that's a lesson in life. Yeah. Sometimes you have to let him win.
You have to lose to win.
You got to lose to win. Because the long time goal, the long time reward was a salty bag of popcorn.
But that's it.
But I won one little race and a little scrap.
And you got a slap for it.
And then no more salty popcorn.
No more salty bag, man.
He's probably dead now.
We have a moment of silence.
Moment of silence for that lack of popcorn.
Oh,
that's not silence.
That's not
silence.
when I was in secondary school, so they had different jumpers for the 5th and 6th years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had that.
The 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th years.
Yeah.
So the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th years had like dark navy.
Yeah.
And then the 5th and 6th years had light navy. So somehow, I don't know where the fuck I picked it up. I picked up a 5th year jumper when I was in 2nd year. Yeah. And I just went around wearing and all the 5th years were like, you can't be wearing that, boy, you're pushing me around, place. Like, fuck you, and I don't care, man. It's grand, like, never mind, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, I was literally the only person.
You identified as an older kid. Yeah. Nowadays, you can get away with that.
Yeah. Well, like, that's I turned around to my principal. I was like, I identify as someone who's got 620 points on his leaving set.
Yeah. I'm going to study architecture.
Yeah. I'm going to be a fucking... I don't know.
What you build a house?
What do you even get with that?
Like,
if you got maximum points for leaving, sir, where can Doctor. That's it. That's like that's the highest of the high back home.
I wanted to be an architect, and the career guidance counsellor was a goon, and and I wanted to do art as well, art or architecture, and I went in and I told him that, and he goes, "No, computer programming. That's where the
word's going.
And I went, I don't want to do that. I don't have a mind for reading that sort of stuff. I'm crap at maths. Computer programming." And he told everyone that. I didn't know that. So in my first year of college, I got into computer programming, and I lasted just before Christmas, and they kicked me out. Me and my mate, because we were at that age, we got served in pubs, and we go to college and we go, fuck this,
if you went
and we go to the pub.
If you went to town.
And that's it, and we got absolutely scuttered. And then they called us in once, and we were in the pub when they phoned us, and because we were in town as well. You're in Dublin. I think it was around the time when Dublin was crazy. It was thriving. It was the MTV Music Awards was there around the same time.
Celtic Tiger.
Booming. You'd an episode.
Times are good.
Everything, You've
taken out 4 mortgages on the new house.
7, 8 mortgages. Free money, man.
Fucking Eddie Hobbs in his prime.
Eddie Hobbs, Eddie Jordan, all the Eddies.
Bertie Ahern fucking swinging his cock.
Scoring points. Little blotch face. And he was everything. Like Chris Evans was doing an episode of TFI Friday in Temple Bar. Like everything was. Puff Daddy was there. Speaking of fights, it was around the MTV Music Awards. Puff Daddy got in a fight with Boyzone, right? Right, yeah. So there was a scrap in an after party, and the news headline, it was with Shane Lynch from Boyzone,
Puff beats
and the two of them. No, it was Puff Daddy squares up to Duff Paddy, right? That's what it was. He was fucking drunk off his nut. Like Puff Daddy in America, they're shooting their rivals.
Yeah.
Here they have, or in Ireland, they have a scrap with a boy band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was mental times. And we were at that age, and we were just loving life.
Bundy Aki was down the Munster on Sunday.
I seen the picture, yeah. Because he's mates with the Polly.
Yeah, Langers.
Yeah.
I was going to go back in, but then I was like, oh, fuck, do you know what? I was like, I'll just stay home now and play some Football Manager, do you know what I mean? So that's what we were supposed to do Sunday morning. So I stayed up to 7 in the morning.
Oh, Football Manager, because that's
mate, don't get me started by it.
I just sat there, my dad's looking at on the family computer.
My first laptop, man, so... It was a laptop where only I could operate it because the charger had to be put in a certain way, and the only way for the screen to work is I had to put a biro between the screen and the keyboard, and I had to like hold it in a certain way where the screen would hold it against the keyboard. Yeah. So it was the best. You didn't need a password. Because it was
one else could
unhackable. Yeah. Do you know what hacker's going to go up to this laptop and be like, no, broken, doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Can't be arsed.
Yeah. But then all you need is a fucking trusty
MacGyver.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was there. I don't know where the fuck I was. Oh, football manager Bundy Aki. Yeah.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand. Yeah. But yeah, and then when I was in college, so I lasted 3 months, right? So I was up in Galway.
Oh, that's a good spot.
It was brilliant. My favourite spot in the country, you know. And I was up there, but I was seeing a girl down West Cork at the time.
Yeah.
It was my first girlfriend. You know, I loved her. You know.
Did you kick her off her bike?
I should have.
Can't control the emotion.
Yeah. But then, so I used to come down from God every Friday. So I'd miss every. To be fair, I only went to like 2 classes in like 4 months. But every Friday I'd miss the classes, so I'd get the early bus down to Cork.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd land in Cork City about 1:30. And I meet up with my mate Josh, and we go to the Rising Suns, and we just drink a load of craft beer, like 8-9%, until I had to get the last bus to West Cork.
Yeah.
So it was 3 hours down to Cork City, go drinking, and then I get the last bus to Cork, which is now another 2 hours to skip on the bus, you know. So we're there drinking away and fucking 8% beer. It was every Friday for 3 months, you know. And I got the bus down one day, and I was like, I'm bursting for a piss, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Anyway, like, so I had a cup. I don't know why. Oh, no, actually, I didn't have a coffee cup. I asked somebody for their empty coffee cup. And I was like, oh, sorry, are you finished with that coffee? Yeah. Because I just borrowed there.
In front of them?
No, sure, I was at the back. I was at the back.
On the bus, sorry,
I had to go, man, it was bursting. West Cork, you did a coffee cup, but then, you know, it's filling. Stop. Got right to the top, put the lid back on, handed it back. No. I didn't give it back.
Refill it for you.
Yeah.
Tangy.
But yeah, so that was my literally go-to every fucking week. But I didn't get my grant. So I got the special grant because I'm from
special.
So what my mother did when she was putting this, probably should be recording this, but
cool.
She put in our address, which is Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right. I know you don't have to cut it out. It's like so. But Baltimore's kind of like a posh village, honest. You know, it's kind of yachty, like Kinsale, that kind of right?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, but we were from the only council estate in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So she put in her address, her income, you know, the fact that their parents are separate and all that.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you don't get a grant tonight because you live in an affluent area. So then she put in the exact same address with Skibbereen.
Yeah.
10 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
Granted.
Yeah.
So I got €650 a month for not going to college, and I didn't get my first pay until 3 days after I dropped out.
Yeah.
So, and then I got it for another 6 months after that. So I was there. I was working full time, and then I was getting this €650 a month as well from the government. And I was there. I was like, this adult thing isn't too hard. Then as soon as the grant ran out, and then as soon as everything else came to fruition, I was just kind of like, oh fuck this, and I still haven't got the hang of it, mate.
I'm
still trying.
The dole, like I have mates that all crack jokes about it. During the lockdown, when we were getting the grants to help us survive, some comedians were making more money than they've ever made in their fucking career, right? Making a fortune. Yeah. Some of them I heard some dodgy stories.
Oh, mate, it was $495. It's gone up to $505. You know?
We're getting it was enough. It was enough.
Keep us going.
And it's mad. I remember like years ago after I finished school, I got kicked out of that course. I did a media course and then graduated and did all. Like I think I got a degree. Can't remember. And then I was on the dole because it was media, right?
Yeah.
I was like, how do I fucking. How do you survive this? So, like, I was on the dole, I did a TV thing before I came here, right? And even that, because I worked 1 day a week, I was on TV every week on a Friday. It was filmed live on a Friday, and it was shown on a Friday, and then shown on a Sunday morning, right?
Repeat.
So I'd film it
Dave.
live. I'd film it live, and then I'd have to collect my dole on, say, Thursday. But I was embarrassed thinking that people are watching that show, and they're like, how's he on
He's
the dole?
nice.
Yeah. He's on the telly. He's on the dole, right? So I used to not shave, right? I think I shaved for the TV thing. Grow a beard in a few days. Get all the shovels. Get really good the night before collecting the dole. look all hungover, and I had a dole,
trackies on.
Yeah, everything. I had a dole jacket, right?
Oh yeah.
I would wear the jacket and I'd walk in. I was in Parnell Street in Dublin. Like, alright, Alan McElroy, thanks very much, cheers, and walk away. And then I'd fucking straighten up like Kaiser Soze. In the usual suspects, take it off, have a shave, and go and think. To the extent, I forgot I did that. I lost my passport for ages, right? Fucking ages. And then to move over here, and then I realized it was in my dole jacket. I was like, oh, the dole jacket, that's where it is. Of course. But
the only time I ever needed ID.
Yeah, it was getting me dole. I never needed it any other time. And then, because before that, and when I've just finished college, right, there was this course, and you have to be I was on the dole for about 6 months in Dublin. Trying to get a career, trying to send out videos and show reels to RTA and stuff like that, right? Sending it everywhere and trying to make videos. And then, so I was on the dole for about 6 months, and then it was this thing called Springboard, right? It was a cross, a group community thing in Belfast, right? For Proddies and Catholics and Unionists and fucking Republicans and all
like
this,
hold
right?
hands,
Everyone's friends, right? And it was the dole. And you do this course. Oh no, it was fucking mental. You do this course, right? And they pay you the dole, right, while you're doing the course, right? And they bring you up to Belfast and they put you up in a house, and then they send you off to Canada, to Vancouver, for 3 or 4 months to live and work in media, right? This is the dole. So I seen this and I said, you have to be on the dole a year before you qualify. Right. And I went in and I said, look, I'm only on the dole 6 months. She said, you don't qualify. I goes, but if you don't let me do this, I will be on the dole a year. So there's no point in dragging this shit out, right?
Let's just get it sorted. So get me off the dole.
Yeah, I agree at this stage. Like, I'm smarter than you. So jump me to Canada.
I'll go rinse the Canadians for the taxes, you know?
I gotta fuck go over there.
I got a dole over there as well.
I got a dole everywhere, right? And then, so in the end, she's like... she goes, oh, fucking fair enough, we'll see how it goes. And I went up for an interview and they liked me and I got on this course. And it was fucking mental. And we're all these lads. And it's weird, you didn't even know what religion people were, if they were religious or what
you spot the fella with the black robes and the orange sash on.
Oh, when I seen him, you come to the pub, no, I have to go on a march.
That's a Muslim.
Yeah. Well, it's a Protestant Muslim. He's like, you going out for a pint? He's like, no, I have to go on my drummer band. No, you didn't know where, and you know, what allegiance anyone had until you're sitting there and you're having a laugh on a Monday and they go, I was watching the game the other night. We were great. I went over to Glasgow on the dole to watch the game. I was like, oh yeah, fucking Celtic, some crackers. No, Rangers. And then you're like, oh, but we're mates, you know. And then everything's normal, and then you realise. And I think that was the whole point of it. But then they sent us to Vancouver, and we were living, because the Northern Irish dole is like half of the Republic dole. Right. So we were living on the.
But it gets you twice as far.
It does, Vancouver. And we're over there, and like we can eat a packed lunch. We had to stay with these families, right? Yeah. And the family I was staying with were quite religious, as far as I remember.
Dates, was it?
No, it was in a basement. It was in a dungeon. And the guy, Andre, the dad of the house, he was sound. He was a doctor. He had fucking bacon there every Sunday. He wouldn't let me have any. Sitting there, like Ramsey.
Yeah.
Like Danny Bryan, salty bag.
Give me a bit.
Right, I lost so much weight because I'd make peanut butter sandwiches for lunch because I wanted to save whatever money I had to buy a couple of pints at the weekend. And we'd go to a bar called the Canby Bar in Vancouver, right? And it was
still going, do you think?
I have no idea. This is before they had the Olympics, right? So, and the homeless people were fucking... They'd come up to you, right?
Worse than Auckland?
Oh, they'd come with their great crack. They'd come up to you. I'll set my beard on fire for $1. And you're like, all right, go. And he set his beard on fire and you give him $1. Another fella would come up and he'd go, I'll climb that lamppost if you give me $1. I'll give you $5 if you climb that lamppost. He's up there like a fucking monkey, right? Getting nuts. I'm like, how do you
start working for it?
If you put this effort into a job, you put more effort into this
or drawing the dole.
Yeah, drawing on the dole.
Yeah, just go there every week.
Go there, but if we're on the Irish dole, I think it's different in Vancouver.
Maybe, yeah.
So all these crazy, like fucking great crack homeless people, and we drank in the Canby, and it was a bikey bar, and they ran the place. So we'd order a jug. I can't remember how much it was, but we could afford it. And if you got, and every now and again you'd get a bad jug but you'd never complain
Yeah.
because the fucking Hells Angels run the bar, right? And we're sitting, and it was great, and we did that every week, and we get like, we couldn't even afford to go to the off license, like it was, it was mental, right? And then we go,
just these one jokes.
just this one joke, and you'd fucking try it off your head, and then some lads would get book fast sent over in the post, and that doesn't last long.
No.
And we're all like, they're showing us around Vancouver, we're doing all these different courses. Like they sent us all these different religious places, and I think we went to a Hindu place, we went to a Buddhist place, and there was one idiot, Aaron, in the group, and he's like, and we're in the Buddhist temple, and they're not allowed to talk, no one's allowed to talk. Aaron's putting up his hand, like, Aaron, put up your fucking hand. But he's like, and like, what do you want? He's like, I just want to ask a question. And he one of those Belfast accents that you couldn't understand. Even the other Belfast lads couldn't understand him. He's like, Aaron, what's going on? He's like, I just want to ask a question. He goes, do you know the way you're all monks, and in Ireland we have monks? I used to say monks, right? And he always ask a stupid question. And Vancouver was rife with STDs, right? And we had to go do this fucking sexual health.
Thanks to you,
class, right? That wasn't us. It was the locals. Yeah. And we went, right. I was all these different mad places, right? I'll tell you about the one-armed pool player as well. And we went to this. We had to go to this STD fucking sexual health thing, and they're talking about oral and anal and vaginal, and then fucking Aaron's hand was up again, and you're like, Aaron, what the fuck? He's like, and I go, yeah, I've got a question, and he's like, I know what oral is, I know what anal is, but I don't know what vaginally is. It's like, he never heard the word vaginally. Like, it's in the vagina. Oh! I got it down.
Sorry about that.
The whole trip was full of that stuff. And then we went in, there was a bar called, I can't remember, it was Robin Hood's or something. Yeah. And you went in, and there was a pool shark, and she was a one-armed woman, right? But she was also an alcoholic. So you'd play her. And
hand in hand, don't
they?
Pool shark's an alcoholic.
No, whore. She's only got one hand. So
hand in queue.
Hand in queue, hand in stump. And she's there with the fucking queue. And she'd smash it with one hand, like, absolutely fucking smash it. And then you'd give her your money, and you'd not much money left. But then we had a sussed that if you buy her a drink and then another drink, then she was too wasted. And then you just win all your money back. We got one more game here, have a shot.
The
hand was too shaky with the one cue. And then you take the money and you run her,
Catch her early in the morning when she's got the shakes.
Oh, you catch her, you get her in the
morning.
morning.
Maybe just the shake.
Just the shake. One singular
no
shake.
plural.
But the whole set was over, right? And then we had this fucking mad time, right? And I was working in this TV production company, and I was a fucking idiot, right? But I was having a laugh, right? I loved it. And then the family I lived with as well, like the fella, the dad, because he was so religious, he called me into his office one night, late at night, and Andre goes, do you ever hear of South Park? I was like, what? He said, you ever heard of South Park? It's amazing. I'm like, of course I've heard of South Park. He's like, oh, I've only, look, and he started showing me a clip of it. Like, it's groundbreaking. Yeah. Like, we've been watching this for years, right? We've been watching South Park for years.
Staying up late to watch it.
Then he said this, he goes, yeah, they're funny cunts. I goes, yeah, no, it's great, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, did you not hear what I just said? I said the word cunt. I said, yeah, we say it all the time. It's normal. And he thought he was groundbreaking. It was fucking great crack. And one night he got
enlightening.
One night he stayed out too late, and I think he lost his key, and he was in trouble with the missus.
Was that Mary, was it?
I don't know who it was. and then he came home, and he was banging on my fucking basement window. And I just finished knocking one out as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Andre? I goes, I can't get in, can you let me in? I don't want to wake up the missus. Yeah. So I had to sneak him in. And then I had to give a big speech at the end of the course. And I talked about him watching me wank. never invited back. No, but it was mad. But so the dole sent us over. And then we walked in this company. And I was working as a fucking, they made me shave every day. It was a fucking nightmare. And
they're like that over there.
It was very fucking weird, right? And I nearly got sacked because of my accent. I don't know if you've ever had this. So I was sitting there. I love chicken balls, right? Yeah. Which is chicken and corn batter. Yeah. And when I was
in a ball shaped
ball, right? And then corn dogs is something similar, right? Corn dogs is a sausage on a stick in corn batter, right? Yeah. One of the girls was having a house party, and I was going to bring the corn dogs over to the house, right? So I'm sitting there telling this story in the office as the CEO he used to fly over Canada and take videos and sell it.
Right.
That was his deal, wings over Canada or something. And he walked by, and what he heard I said was, "Oh, I'm going to get some corn dogs and bring it to her house tonight," right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he heard.
Right.
But with my accent and his accent, what he heard was, "I'm going to get some condoms and bring it to her house tonight." He wanted me sacked, right? He wanted me sacked. I had to explain to the lady who was my boss when he wasn't in the room. I was like, "I never said that. I never said that." She goes, he heard you say condoms in a whorehouse, and we can't have that. I'm like, and I'm trying to backtrack. Where was this? Oh, it's a fucking corn dog.
Chicken's in her house.
Yeah, I'm just out to her house. Her house. Not her house. And then he went, "Oh," and then everyone laughed like it was the end of the sitcom of the 80s. Yeah. It's like, fucking hell, it wasn't even that close.
Yeah, well, I never nearly got sacked for it, but so there was this English company, my first sales job. No, sorry, my second sales job over the phone. And it was an electricity company, and it was called Green Star Energy.
Green Star.
And they had the great idea to fucking outsource it to an Irish company. So we're ringing English people.
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm just calling you there from Green Star Energy in Cork. Green Star Energy."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Green what, mate?" And I was like, "Star, twinkle, twinkle." All of us, there was 10 of us on the team, and you'd hear everyone say every single fucking call. "Green Star Energy." "Green what, mate? Green what?" "Yeah, twinkle, twinkle." And like, all of us would like say it in unison, like, "Twinkle, twinkle." And who had that fucking genius idea? Because that's the one thing, the R sound.
Yeah.
That is a big thing. Big difference between, like, especially Cork, you know, and England. You know?
Yeah.
So, do you know what'd be great now? We'll put the one word Cork people can't pronounce, and we'll give them that job as our sole sales team. Do you know?
You what, mate?
You what, mate? Yeah. But that always got a little giggle out of me, you know, "Twinkle, twinkle, star."
Yeah. Like, all right.
No, I'm not interested, mate. Fuck you. Hang on. You Irish fucking paddy, fuck you, prick, yeah.
We worked we sold gas and electricity, N-Power.
N-Power,
so they, again, English company set up in Dublin, and we had to call them up, right? And we had to, it was 1990s, no it wasn't, it was the Euros. When did they think they were going to win every year?
96? It was 96 or 98?
I was still in school in 96.
No, the World Cup was 98, so it was 96 or 2000.
Oh, which one was held in England? That was 96, wasn't it?
96, yeah.
Oh, I can't remember which one it was, but I was working in this call centre. It must have been in the 2000s. And I was working in this call centre, and then it was during the World Cup, and you phoned them up, and England is like the national anthem was playing. The game was about to start.
Yeah.
Like, "Fuck off, you fucking petty cunt! Fuck off! Fuck you!
You're an inanimate fucking object!"
Fucking phone, right? Like, just why were we ringing them?
Yeah.
So we had to change the whole rules in the whole company.
Yeah.
You couldn't ring during the England football game, and you couldn't ring during Coronation Street or the Stennis because the fucking grannies. Fucking Coronation Street is all you fucking cunt!
So from 8 till 3, and then from 5 till 6.
Yeah. That was at lunchtimes.
Yeah.
That was it.
Man, we took the piss in the call centre. I was saying it last week for a bit, but it'd be another one, and it was my dad had this joke. You fucking bastard. So he'd be there, and he'd be like, right, so I used to live in a small little village in West Cork, right?
Yeah.
And he was there, and, you know, he really brings you into the stories. Like, I was lying in bed, and I had the skylight open, and I could hear the children laughing in the playground. I could hear the waves crashing off the pier. I could hear everyone in the pub having a jolly good time. And I heard a little titter-tatter on my roof, and I was like, "Oh, lovely. There's a robin come to sing me a song to wake me up," and out of nowhere, a fucking crow. Put me pants on, wet in the piss for 3 days. So that was our thing in the call centre. We'd put people on mute and we'd just go, "God!" But one day I got a woman called Sharon Crow. And I just looked at the lads. I was like, "Hi, is that Sharon Crow?" And I said it like really like if imagine you're on the phone. I was like, "Hi, is that Alan McElroy?"
Yeah.
That would be like,
yes, it is.
Yeah. Do you know, I was like, "Why is he saying my second name so like?" Do you know, I was like, "Hi, is that Sharon Crow?" And then put her on mute and just went, "Sharon And then everyone, obviously the rest of them aren't on mute.
Yeah.
So all the other customers can just hear in the background like,
yeah.
And everyone starts skitting laughing, like, you know. But and at the time, right, we brought PlayStation to the office, and I was playing Fortnite, and it was just me against one more person, and I was about to get the win on Fortnite. So I'm there, I'm like, hi, is that Sharon Crow? Mute. Gah! And then I unmute her, I'm like, hi, I'm just calling you there from Sky TV, playing PlayStation. And then I get the win, and I'm like, yes! And then I get the sale as well.
No way, you double whammy.
Man, my buddy has a video of it, and he was a piss taker, man. He's just there, right? So he used to just sit and follow up.
Yeah.
Do you know call centers?
Yeah, I hate them.
Follow up. So like where you're supposed to be writing your notes and shit.
Yeah.
So he just sat there and follow up like, hello, hello. Just pretending to answer calls. Just videoing me like, and then he's videoing me doing this, and he got the perfect one like, yeah.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah, no, he's a good lad.
I used to always sit and follow up, or else I'd hide in the toilet and eat skills.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I got sacked from that one. Oh, can I tell it? I don't know.
It's a break. Did you sign a fucking NFC or something? Or
no,
not NCF.
This was in Auckland, and it was Telstra Clear. I fucking hated it, but I made the boss laugh. Right, the fella, I think his name was Mohammed or something, right? And I had to sit right in front of him because I was always pissing about, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you're going to sit here." I'm like, "Fuck." And I'd make him laugh, right? And he's like, "Oh, it's quite funny."
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he'd ask me for jokes, and I'd tell him jokes because I just arrived in New Zealand and I was starting to
the court jester.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. A dance monkey. Right?
I was the same when I landed.
Yeah, but so I'm sitting there in the call centre and I'm doing that, and if he wasn't in yet, I'm on follow up. I'm just sitting there having a laugh, and then and I worked there. I wasn't directly with them. I was through Kelly Recruitment or something like that, some recruitment company. So I worked for them. They paid me,
right.
and then I was, I wasn't
they took a
legit
pinch,
with them. Yeah. Because this is probably the reason why it's easy to get rid of people that they don't want anymore.
Yes.
Right. So I'm sitting there, and it was I don't know if I can tell the story. I was sitting there, and it was Ramadan, right?
Yeah.
So that's the religious thing. It was not very busy, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't Ramadan in here. It's Ramadan in here.
It's fucking Ramadan. Man.
And it was Ramadan, and I'm eating my kebab at the table, right? And they're all my boss is sitting there, and he's Muslim and he's salivating and stuff, and I'm fucking scoffing on a kebab.
Yeah.
And anyway, and then the next day he wasn't in for ages, right? And he came in like near midday. About 11 o'clock, because I went on my lunch, and then he comes in late, and he's all panicky and stuff, and he goes, and I goes, you okay? And he's like, oh, my son was sick all night, it was tough, we had to go to the doctors and blah blah blah, and I was like, oh really, like what happened? Oh, he couldn't eat, and I went, well it is Ramadan, so you know, it kind of worked out, and he didn't laugh. He didn't laugh, right?
Yeah.
And then he looked at me, and then I thought, okay, maybe that joke went too far.
There's the line, anyway.
Right, yeah. And then I went on my lunch break, and then I got a phone call from, I think her name was Kaya.
HR, was it?
No, in the recruitment agency. She goes, you're not working there anymore. They decided to terminate your contract, so we'll have to find you a new job. Yeah. I thought it was funny, but
I like it.
Yeah, I can't tell that story.
I'll finish. No. I suppose I'll finish up with this. So, when I was in the call centre, we were doing sales for a very big company that has movies and sports.
Oh, yeah.
I probably... legal
Sparks.
reasons. Yeah. In Ireland, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the person who founded its name was Dubert Durdock.
Oh, yeah, I know Dubert Durdock.
And but so what? They had the genius idea. So I was working in an outsourced company, so it was loads of other little companies all in the same call centre. So they had the genius idea of putting the sales team next to the Irish Water refund team.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah.
So we're the most noisy, boisterous bastards they could find. Do you know what I mean? Because they're the fellas get you sales. Do you know what I mean? You need the fucking noisy, annoying bastards. Yeah. And so they put us there, and then they put the refund team for an Irish Water at the time, and it was like that could have been, man. That was worse than the Holocaust in Ireland. Do you know?
Mental.
Like we were like, we're not paying for what The only time I've ever seen, since 1916.
Yeah, only protest.
Ever, do you know, that was the biggest thing of all time. Like, we're not paying for water. We pay 2% for water in our car tax.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And this all the fucking old laws came out and shit. Nobody paid for it, you know.
It was great.
But some people paid for it.
Why
and
not
then this was the refund thing. So basically, once the entire country was like, no, go fuck yourself, we're not paying.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, I suppose we have to give money back to the people who actually did pay.
Yeah.
And then you've got customers on the phone over there, like old ones and landlords,
like,
scum of the earth.
And then
they're just there giving out like, I want my refund now. Yeah, it'll be given to you in the next 5 to 7 working days. I want it now. And then we're just there in the background going like, and their fucking project manager came in and he looks at all of us and he walks straight up to our team leader and was like, and Denise comes up, guys, I know, like, you know, you're trying to have a bit of fun and get sales and stuff, but can you try to keep it down a bit? So why? Because that wanker. And this is like, obviously, everyone on every other phone can hear us, you know? And then the people on the refund can hear us.
Yeah.
What's all that noise in the background? Are you laughing at me? And we're all...
Yeah.
So it's like, who had that genius idea, mate?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was in...
Complete opposites, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
don't
like,
put them together.
yeah, it's like it's like Belfast. Shouldn't be a city. Don't put them together. Just put them in different cities.
Yeah, I love Belfast.
No, but I just saying put them in different cities.
Yeah, but like we're all friends now after that course.
Put the Catos in Derry and then put the Prados and put the Prados up in...
I tell you what, when they're trying to burn the Ivory Coast flag, they should get me involved. I like the hottest fires.
I hate Didier Drogba. I think he's a scum.
Didier Drogba.
Solomon Kalou.
Yeah.
Gervinho.
Yeah.
Scum.
Should explain this in the July 12th thing.
Like that,
They built a giant bonfire, but they put the Irish tricolour backwards. So instead of the Irish flag, it was the Ivory Coast flag. And then set that on fire.
But you know what they do, right? They're Irishmen pretending to be Englishmen, celebrating a Dutchman fighting a Frenchman. Yes, that's the 12th of July. That's literally that was the war between Louis and William of Orange.
Billy.
Yeah, Willie, Louis and Billy.
Billy Orange.
Louis and Willie.
Yeah,
Billy or Willie.
Willie Louis.
And I just don't get it. I'm like, mate, and it had literally nothing to do whatsoever with Ireland.
Yeah.
This whole 12th of July.
Yeah.
The actual date of what they want to celebrate, which is the Battle of the Boyne, was the 12th of August. So they're about a month behind. So
why is that? Because that's already summer.
There was some weird thing, I think it was with the Julian calendar where a lot of dates got mixed up, so things that actually happened were like actually a month ahead or a month behind. And so that's literally what they're celebrating is pretending to be an Irishman, pretending to be an Englishman, celebrating a Dutchman, fighting a Frenchman.
And they got it all mixed up because of menstrual reasons.
And for that reason, they burn the Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, yeah, because they got that mixed up as well.
Yeah. So look, the sooner. No, I won't say it.
Doesn't matter. Listen, if you're looking to burn it, use a bit of Adidas aftershave. That's the way to go. That's the stuff.
You know? Yeah.
I like that.
No, but you hear them before. They're like, "Oh, safety is our number one priority." The day after, 2 people die building pallets in a bonfire. Yeah. Safety is our number one priority.